and the Lakers. How are they doing?
Exactly.
They need
Exactly.
free
This is
throws to bail them
ridiculous.
out. So,
Exactly. You make a amazing, amazing point.
so how do you feel about tonight?
I feel good about tonight. I mean,
Really?
like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, let me tell you something, man. It's when you least expect, this team wins. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the most confusing team, you know? So now I feel pretty good about tonight. Now, I would like to play this team with Draymond Green because when he was there the last time they played pretty well. And I think Draymond knows how to guard like a Zion type,
Yeah.
you know? So I would love to play but it is what it is. He'll be back, I don't know, next week maybe. We'll
Mhm.
see what it is. But yeah, he definitely knows how to guard Zion, that's for sure. Um and Zion is a bull in the china shop in the paint, man. I mean, it's kind of crazy what he does. Now, when we got Steph, Steph didn't play well. Steph probably played the worst game I can remember Steph playing the last game. They came out the last game, no focus, no energy, and just like with a lack of purpose. But they got embarrassed the last game, so I expect them to bounce back. You
It
know,
seems like he's just waiting for the chips to fall, which I am too.
yeah. A lot of people are saying that too about how the team and that's a good point that you make uh about how the team, it's kind of like they're waiting for something to happen. And
Hmm.
bro, like every single day, I turn the TV on. I come on Twitter. I'm seeing trade stuff left and right, left and right, and it is interesting. Last game we saw Masai was in the Bay. We saw him in a tunnel talking to Mike, and you know, Moody and Kim Minga was on the court. All different types of guys was on the court, and I just think it's just that season. Stephen A can be out all he wants. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. That man is an NBA champion. But there is going to be movement.
I
There
mean,
is
it
going to be
needs to
movement.
be.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't think it's entirely fair that there is going to be movement in the guys that we're here talking about. I mean,
I hate that.
why?
No, no, no. I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. I hate I despise hearing CP3 in any trade machine. Like it's
Yeah.
because we're
Same,
doing it
bro.
because it quote unquote makes sense money wise, but and I'm sorry, but CP3, he's been really good for us this season. And then we have somebody else who's making way more money than him,
Yeah.
who's also has a contract. And I wish he would, sign something really quick so we don't have to worry about him. Then I could maybe be a little bit okay with CP3
Hmm.
walking, but I it doesn't make sense that we're trying to supplement starters by trading the bench when the bench is the reason why we're in games.
Yeah.
Them and Steph Curry.
The problem is that the young guys are the only thing of value right now, and that's the only thing that people would kind of want to trade. And it's unfortunate, but I think if they have an opportunity, they they're going to explore every option, which is all that you can ask for.
So
Uh,
everybody's on the table minus Steph Curry, or is it
um,
minus somebody else too?
everybody's on. Well, Steph ain't going anywhere. Steph put some butts in the seats. He's not going anywhere. But a conversation will be had about everybody else. I can tell you that. You know, after Steph isn't. I don't know. Discussing Steph. Steph is a foundational player.
He is the core. That's the
Yeah,
core. That should be the core right there.
I laugh when people say the core. You know what I'm saying? I laugh when people say core statue and all of that stuff. It's Steph Curry, dog.
Well, my core it has four names.
Hmm.
It's Wardell, Stephen Curry. Well, two more. The second.
Yeah,
That's the core for me.
yeah. So that's what it's going to come down to, I think. We'll see how it goes, but um, man, uh, this trade stuff is just explosive. You know what I'm saying? It's just explosion left and right, left and right. You know, but I could not. I just can't get that picture out of my brain of Masai being here. You know,
Yeah.
can't get that. Can't get that out of my brain. Why is Masai in the Bay?
Urkel, Urkel, it seems like you're excited, like you know something that we don't.
I don't know anything. No, but it's just interesting that Masai is was in the Bay, and like it's almost like he's making the rounds. You know,
Yeah,
he was in Sacramento.
I
He
think
was
he was in
here.
Atlanta as well.
Yeah, bro, he's making the rounds. You know what I'm saying? And from what I heard is that he doesn't go on the team playing. I mean, he's on his own separate thing. You know.
Yeah, but also
So
Urkel. I feel
yeah.
like we have to remember as well that Sean Marks as well went all the way from New York to the Bay Area.
Hmm.
When the Nets played there like 2 weeks ago, and there were like some
Yeah,
trade
man.
rumors as well. So it's funny how like some GMs that normally don't come with their teams and their crew when they're playing the Bay, they've been coming this last week and a half or so.
It seems like guys don't believe in a face-to-face type of stuff, or don't believe in the Skype calls, you know? Or
Yeah,
why
bro.
am I saying Skype? Why am I saying Skype? This is not '07.
That
The
Zoom
Zoom
stuff
calls or
is
whatever.
is is dead, bro. That Zoom
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
is
yeah.
is is just, yeah. It's difficult to do business just staring at the screen, bro.
Yeah, so these guys are making the rounds, and they want to see what's what, you know? Um, I I watched a thing today with Doc Rivers, and and I was looking at the clip, and Doc Rivers was kind of talking about Kaminga, and Bill Simmons was talking about Kaminga as well, and I just cannot get that clip out of my brain. You know, like Doc Rivers is just not a fan of Kaminga. You know, and I'm like, you know, he's a coach, NBA coach, and he was just talking about that. You know, that Kaminga. You know, he's a young guy. He wants to score the ball and all of that, but he's not doing things that they want him to do. Like he's not bought in. And you know, it seems like he's trying, I think, but then you hear stuff behind the scenes here and there, and you know. But that Doc Rivers clip was rather interesting when I heard that. Um
But
Bro,
wouldn't
like
you say?
that was
Oh, sorry.
propaganda, bro. Like I just sorry, Benny, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just yeah, I do agree that like um well, I don't know, but like I guess I'll have to just follow based on what people were saying in 2021 and 22 about like Kaminga wanting to play more and all this stuff. But
mhm.
I do feel that since Steph and Weeks got injured last season, and then like he started playing well, and
Yeah.
then like this last month and a half, he's been doing everything that the team is been asking for. So when
Mhm.
people been saying that, especially somebody like Doug Rivers, who by the way right now doesn't have any coaching job, like I just don't know what I truly don't know what they mean because bro, like you bring it every or most of the games since you got in the starting position and they're still like criticizing you even when you just turned 21 years old. I just don't know, bro. I just feel like
Yeah.
meritocracy doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I hear you, but I'm just here connecting the dots, you know? I'm just here
Yeah,
connecting the
bro.
dots.
To be fair, I'll be very happy if JK leaves this team, bro. I just feel like it's just a toxic situation for him now. I just got into a point where, like, I feel like after Steph Curry, I think it's either him or probably Moody, my favorite players on the team at the moment. And I just feel like they're not in the situation where like they're able to become better and thrive. And I would love to see a JK in a team like the Heat or in a team like, I don't know, maybe like Toronto as well, Philly. But yeah, I do not want this for the Warriors because at the end of the day, it's the team that I'm rooting for. But if the front office is not willing to make the hard decisions and trade one or two pieces of the damn core, and I hate that term now.
Yeah.
I'm just rather just see the younger players. And when I say the younger players, I say JK, I say Moody, I say Potts, and I say
Mhm.
TJD just be outside of this team and then let this whole damn old core just die down with just four rings. Because when JK and Moody will leave, the next scapegoats will be Potts and TJD. When TJD will
Do you
leave, the
think
next it's just
so
crazy, bro.
so I can't get this out of my head. You know,
Yeah,
when I look at when I look at a guy like Kawhi Leonard, and many have called Kawhi Leonard one of the greatest developmental projects ever in
yeah,
NBA history, right? And I don't think that anyone can necessarily question that.
impossible.
Kawhi Leonard got to the Spurs when he was 20 years old. So he got drafted in
2011.
2011,
Yeah,
right? So
same
in the
draft as
two
Clay.
yeah, so in the 2011, 2012 season, right? And if you just look back on the numbers, I
That was a
mean,
lockout season as well.
yeah, so lockout season, uh I believe the Spurs made the Western Conference Finals that year. They went up against the Thunder. Uh and I believe what happened that year is that they went up 2-0 against the Thunder, and the Thunder won like the next four games. They're in the finals. Now, Kawhi Leonard, ever since he's been in the league, Western Conference Finals, Finals, Finals. Um, so he became an NBA champion like in year three, right? And I always look at Kawhi Leonard, and my hope for these young guys was that one of them would have been Kawhi Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Now, Kawhi Leonard, one, what we know about, by the way, he just signed an extension today, a 3-year extension. Um, and one of the things I used to notice about Kawhi is just how Kawhi fit as a young guy. And I remember when he was playing back then, and pretty much all he did back then was he would just guard like the best guy. He was doing that at 20 years old. He didn't necessarily have the cleanest jump shot. So right off the bat, Kawhi Leonard at 20 years old was playing 20 minutes a game. Okay? So after that, 20 minutes a game, six shots, but he was locking up, you know what I'm saying? He was pretty much locking up.
As a
And then
rookie,
yeah,
so
as
he
a
was
rookie.
given the opportunities from his rookie season, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point because context matters. And yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but yeah, just for the people who will jump and say about JK Moody and stuff, these guys will never given the opportunity from the jump.
Well, this is my thing about that. Um there is a point where you're given the opportunity, and there's also a thing where you kind of take the opportunity because you're doing winning things, right? So the thing with Kawhi, and I've always heard DeJounte Murray say this thing about how to get on the court. How to get on the court back then was to play really good defense. And Kawhi from day one, as a rookie, I remember him too. You know what I'm saying? I remember him guarding
Yeah,
Kobe Bryant, and he was a really, really good defender. You know what I'm saying? So that's year one. Year two, this man was in the NBA Finals and he was playing really, really good. You know, 30 minutes a game in the playoffs. He was playing 36 minutes a game, right? So this is a year two player. But to kind of get on the court, you have to be doing those championship type of things. You know what I'm saying? And and I think the biggest challenge for a young guy, right, is to fight the urge of doing the I'm a young guy on a bad team thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is I'm going to look to score the ball. I'm going to look to, you know, it's kind of like when you're playing 2K, right? And the natural thing to do in 2K is to go score the ball. Meanwhile, the thing that you should be doing is playing defense, finding an open teammate. You know, like the game kind of rewards you when you do those things. You know what I'm saying? That's how the devs kind of design the game. When you do those other things, those are positive things. Kawhi Leonard was kind of doing those things from day one, right? Like, he didn't have the greatest jump shot back then. And, they worked on his jump shot, they worked on his handle, all this, that, and the other. And I remember fast forward to 2017, um, opening night. I remember I remember people were talking to talking about Kawhi. We played them like the very first game, and they were talking about how improved Kawhi's handle was, and people are like, "Oh, he was working with Kobe Bryant," and they were saying all of this stuff, right? And the reason I'm saying this is because I watched Kawhi Leonard's game get built brick by brick by brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? And
Literally.
literally brick by brick, right? So
Yeah, bro.
if
I love
if
Kawhi.
if we're talking about developmental projects, Kawhi Leonard is the greatest developmental project that we've ever seen. Because to
Facts.
where that man was and based on where he ended up, I mean, yeah, he's had all the injuries and stuff, but he's a nightmare. He's a nightmare to guard. Make no bones about it. He's a nightmare to
Bro,
guard. He's a six
Urkel.
seven guy. He has long arms. He's a really good athlete, right?
He's actually
Um,
6'8".
right? And he's strong. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a big, strong guy that's ultra skilled, right? And big, strong guy that's ultra skilled. You know, you're talking about Michael Jordan at that point, right? So yeah, his body failed him and all of this stuff, but I mean, you know, you look at a guy like that. It's not many guys that are big, physical, strong, skilled, athletic. You know what I'm saying? You typically don't find that combo with strong and skilled. And we just watched the man build his game brick by brick. Now, here is my critique about not Moody, but more so JK. I think the thing with JK is that, you know, um, he has ambitions, right? This
Yeah.
is a championship team. And I just feel like sometimes I'm watching him and the ball just sticks, right? And if you're in a championship context and if you're playing around championship guys and the ball sticks with you, if the ball sticks with you, you better be really fucking good for the ball to stick with you, right? And the reason why I'm talking about that and I'm talking about the Doc Rivers things is because that's what Doc Rivers said. Doc Rivers said that sometimes with Kaminga, the ball sticks with him like right, and the ball sticking with him because he is looking to score and he's not necessarily looking to bro, that man right now is might be the second best player on the team, just based on the way that he creates rim pressure. No one else is really creating any type of rim pressure like that. So with him doing that, you know, he's playing like one of those guys, right? And in the preseason when we're watching him, he was just creating crazy force at the rim. However, if we're to look at it from the other angle, um, you're still in a championship context. You're still in championship confines. you still have championship guys around you, right? And if the ball is sticking with you and you are not necessarily that good to be that type of scorer, you're going to ruffle some feathers. You know what I'm saying? So at some point within that Kawhi Leonard development, Pop kind of, you know, he kind of like took the hood off, basically, so to speak, with Kawhi Leonard. And he didn't take the hood off with Kawhi Leonard until I would say around 2016, 2017. That's when I noticed that Pop really let Kawhi flourish. You understand? And at that point, that's what, year 4, year 5, year 6, right?
Year five, yeah.
I'm I I'm telling you, 2012, 13, 14, 15. The training wheels were still on Kawhi Leonard. And right around then is when he signed the extension. And I remember that the Spurs were trying to, nickel and dime Kawhi, right? Um, they were trying to nickel and dime him and do this and do that. Eventually, everybody knew how good he was, and they just ended up having to pay him. You know what I'm saying? They ended up having to pay him his full max. Spurs were trying to save money here and there, and end of the day, this dude is too good. They have to pay him, right? So I say this to say, when we talk about Moody, we talk about Kaminga, right? And I am pointing out especially Kaminga because I think he's one of the most talented guys. Like, the ball can't stick with you in championship confines, right? Because other guys are trying to do championship things. And the biggest thing that I've seen so far with this team is that some guys are looking to get paid and others aren't. Okay? So um I don't think Klay Thompson is necessarily playing championship ball. Jonathan Kaminga, he's been really impressive, but I think he could be better in terms of a championship confine. Bro, I'm telling you, there's a difference between, what the Houston Rockets were doing last year, and there is a difference between what we were trying to do. Like, that can happen on a team with young guys, but if you're not doing championship things and you're on a team with championship dudes, they like it's gonna ruffle some feathers, and I think that is what we've been seeing all season long. And when you got guys in contract year and this and that and all of that stuff, it's gonna
Yeah.
create some friction. So when I look at a guy like Clay, you know, and then he goes to the podium and he says what he says about what him and Steve Kerr talked about. This is a championship guy, but he's looking to get paid. He's looking for one last payday. And sometimes I watch him and he is you know, he's up and down, but he looks rushed. I don't think there's anyone that can necessarily deny that. He looks rushed. Some things look forced, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think his teammates are saying that to him. If the coaches are saying that to him, if Steve Kerr is saying that to him, I promise you his teammates are saying that to him as well. Right? So I think that is part of the problem. You know, I don't think this
Urkel.
team, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just want to say as well, like, thank you um for provide that Kawhi Leonard contest, bro, because it was very insightful. I felt like yeah, like you was kind of like already heading into like the Clay thing, but like yeah, I just wanted to highlight that because I feel like a lot of people either didn't knew or those circumstances of like a young Kawhi coming up, this person kind of like just as based on what you just said, like what I interpreted is that he was kind of on a leash as well, by Popovich, and he wasn't fully trusted until pretty much year 4, year 5. By the time that he forced, fully the hand, and then like he got the trust of the coach. But yeah, like that's that's very great context because obviously JK is not there yet, and as much as I'm a fan of him,
Yeah.
and obviously the whole of the team, like bro, like I take pride on on being an objective person, no matter what, who I have more affinity to or not. And I do agree with what you said about JK on the fact that like the ball, I would say used to stick with him a lot. And when I say used to, I mean pretty much since the beginning of his career all the way to let's say December this year. And I felt like that was the reason why he used to overthink because in his head he will have like a circuit. He will be like, oh, like I want to score, but shit, the coaching team is watching me from the bench, seeing that I'm not doing the championship stuff that you're mentioning. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he will get nervous. He will get blocked mentally, and then he'll. That was his biggest mistake in year one and year two. He will get blocked mentally, and then he will run up on upon like three or four defenders, and then like make a silly turnover. The only great thing that he did on his rookie year and during his second season was POA defense. And now kind of like this year, the trending was kind of like continuing about the fact that he was like, sticking or spending a lot of time with the ball or not making the right decisions for a championship team context. But I'll be real with you. Like as much as yeah, I'm saying that I'm being objective. I would love to be objective as well on the fact that since Raymond Green has been down or out of the team for the suspension, I feel like we have seen a different Kaminga, and I'm not saying this just on based on play, where like as his minutes increase, all his stats and numbers and presence on the team has increased. He's picking the game quicker as he's playing more. He's looking to making the right pass. I specifically remember the game against Detroit where he was one of the best scorers on the team. He has like 11 points on the first half, and then he played the whole pretty much a lot of the second half. That was the game that he played. He played 36 minutes, and I was watching the game and seeing how he was making an effort to not score, but to make the right play, but to help
Oh
defense
no, no, no,
and
no,
just
no.
kind of like
He's trying. No, no,
like
no.
you
He's trying
yeah,
because he wants to stay on the court. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like so
and and
so
and I-
my
and I
thing with
just
him
I
is
just
this.
yeah,
My thing is with him is
yeah.
this. Is
I
that
feel like we have to give him credit about the maturity that he's showing this past month and a half.
I
And I feel
think
like when Doc Rivers say that, I feel like it's more
so. Hold
based
on.
on.
You don't think the ball gets
mm,
stuck in his hands though?
I don't think not as much as he used to. I feel like he's making quicker passes and decisions.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I
seeing
mean,
this
no, no.
this month and a half.
He's trying and he's trying to stay on the court, right? But
Yeah.
bro, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
As a
feel
young
what I
guy,
value is the effort. Is the
bro,
effort that
as a
the
young guy, I'm
willingness.
telling you, he can't help himself. You know what I'm saying? And he's
Fam.
what now? 21, 22, bro.
He
Like,
just turned 21. He
right?
just
Yeah.
turned 21 last month.
He just turned
I mean,
21.
2 months
That's
two
funny to
months
me
ago.
because I deal with a 21-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And yeah, it's an interesting experience, right? So you you deal with all of that,
yeah,
and I'm telling you, he's trying to stay on the court, right? Like by all means. So, but at the same time, you do see the
I feel,
ball stick. I love him,
yeah,
bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I do love him, but I also understand the role that they want him to play.
yeah,
You can tell like he's just battling between those two worlds. You know what I'm saying? He's like,
yeah.
bro, I just watched Jordan Poole get paid. You know what I'm saying?
The
And
moment he
and
will give up battling and he will fully like surrender to like
yeah.
the team system is when he's surely gonna flourish.
Yeah, so I say this Kawhi thing because that is the path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That is
bro.
the path if he is going to be successful or if he were to be successful. I
Yeah,
think that Kawhi Leonard path is that path.
Bro, because like
2012.
sometimes he does like that like post turnaround like fade away and bro, when you see that, it's just like bro, like you just get excited about what it could look like. You get what I'm saying? But it's just
Yeah.
based on doing what you're just saying right now. He needs to do the championship and stuff. And I know that like yeah, I'm a fan of him, but like at the same time, like this, I expect a lot from him. So he needs to do that. Like I'm not gonna
Let me
be
say
just
this,
like
right?
soft
Like
with him.
the
Yeah.
the the offense has to run through Steph, right? Steph is
Yeah.
the greatest to me, is the greatest offensive
The
player
greatest
ever,
offensive player of
right?
all time. Yes.
So
The
so
statistically is facts.
everything that you do is probably going to be centered around Steph. Now, in the summer, when you're working on your game, you are doing things to improve your skill set, right? Now, you're not necessarily doing things to you know,
Yeah.
to get yourself going and sometimes the things that you're working on, it's not necessarily going to translate in a team concept. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that I see it happen to young guys all the time where they work on this move and they work on that move, right? And they can't get to fucking break out the move when they're back with the team. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think is his struggle is how can he, you know, do the championship stuff, play his role, but
Yeah.
also how can he showcase what he can do? And I think what's happening now personally is that we're seeing showcasing. That's what I think is happening now. And there's been a lot
Mm.
of buzz and a lot of things that we've been seeing on the TL and we're seeing a lot of showcasing and all of that stuff, right? Um and we're seeing GMs in the building, we're seeing different GMs in the building. We're hearing all types of rumors, bro. The trade birds is fever pitch right now.
Yeah,
I've been
bro.
watching this team for a long time. I don't remember a deadline being like this, bro.
There's no time that I jump on Twitter and there's no like a Warriors or Troy like rumors. It's crazy, bro. It never been
Yeah.
like this.
I don't ever remember, and it's like this
This
because,
is
bro, we're
crazy.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're like 2 games under 500, right? And, bro, let me tell you this, man. You see that Draymond Green, bro? Like
Mm.
everything happens for a reason, but
Do you believe
man,
him?
I don't believe anything anybody says. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like
You're skeptical.
I'm a different type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm skeptical. I am very, very skeptical because I've seen people try to do this and do that all the time, right? So I am not trusting of when people talk, like I am one
Especially back in the ends.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm.
When I see somebody do something over and over again and then I see them copying please, I'm like, come on, dog. Like it's the same shit over and over again. So no, there's things that I don't necessarily trust. Yeah. So when I look at at the Draymond thing, I don't after that Draymond thing happened, I am not surprised that we are where we're at right now. Because, they've built this team around Draymond. If they didn't build the team around Draymond, we would have like a tradition would have like we don't necessarily have that traditional center. They don't have a traditional center because they have a player like Draymond, right? And when he's not out there, you see what happens. You know? And we've struggled mightily defensively without him, So, it's unfortunate that he had to do that to the team and now trade birds are flying left and right. And let me tell you this, bro. Everybody is on the table, dog. Everybody is on the table. You know?
Oracle, you see
Even
this
Curry.
article? This article posted 40 minutes and 14 minutes
Which
ago.
article?
I posted on the Jumbotron.
Which article are you
What?
talking about? Oh, the Warriors are interested in Pascal Siakam per Shams. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We've been talking about that left and right.
Yeah, but also it says Golden State will wait to see how they look once Draymond returns before making any significant changes.
Yeah.
That's logical.
Hey,
Yeah.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear
What's
you.
up, boys? In my opinion, I reckon the Warriors just blow it up.
KD fanatic. Let me ask you something. Are you in that KD group chat?
Hopefully.
Nah, I got booted from one.
You got booted from the KD group chat?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Why did you get booted? What did you
I
do?
never know. I didn't do anything.
Huh.
Maybe
Interesting.
I was like active one time a day.
Interesting. I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
get
add you
in there
back.
myself, but I thought you were in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not in it.
Okay. All right. It's fair enough. How you doing, man? What's going on?
Not much, not much. I'm just enjoying this conversation.
Um, you think KD wants to leave the Suns?
Hopefully not.
You think KD wants to leave the Suns or not?
Mm, no, I don't reckon.
You don't think so? Oh, okay.
No, I don't want it to. I'm in Australia right now. I'm going to the US in end of this month to see him.
To see KD?
Yeah.
I'm going to Phoenix?
No, I'm going to the Nets versus Suns game in Brooklyn.
Oh, you're flying to Brooklyn. Okay.
Yeah, then Lakers versus Knicks.
Oh, you've
Yeah.
you've never been to an NBA game before, right?
No, I haven't been in the US.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's dope. I
Oh
hope you have a
shit,
good time.
Urkel. By the way, talking about Brooklyn, I'll be there. I'll be in New York for 2 weeks next month.
Okay,
Obviously,
okay.
I know you are in Arizona, but yeah, bro. Like just to let you know that I'll be in the same soil, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going on tour with the R&B artists.
Yeah,
So
bro.
I'm gonna
Link up, man.
DJ.
Link up.
That's
Link
why.
up for sure, bro.
Link up.
Yeah. So any dub any space gang living in New York would love to connect, man.
Yes,
Yeah, man.
sir.
Link up for real.
Yeah, man.
Um, so that's that's really cool, man. I'm excited for you, KD fanatic.
Yeah, I'm hyped.
I'm excited for you. No, no, no. Like this guy's waking up at like odd hours to watch the game, and you know what I'm saying. Like he's a
Bro, I
huge
do the
fan, and then
same, Merkel.
Oh
It's
yeah.
yeah,
it's literally 1 a.m. here in London. It's
and
literally
now
1
he's gonna like
a.m.
watch an NBA game live, bro. Like that's dope, man.
That's sick, bro.
Yeah,
Congrats, KD fanatic, bro. I had the same experience in 2022. I went to see the Dubs, and bro, like one of the greatest days of my life, bro.
yeah.
So enjoy,
Yeah.
it, bro. Enjoy, it, bro. Cherish it.
Nah, that's dope. KD taps in here sometimes, bro. On the
Yeah.
burner or whatever. You know.
For real?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll have to camp it.
He taps in sometimes.
That's crazy. I've been adding him on Twitter for like a year.
He follows you,
Nope.
bro. You ain't a part of the army yet.
No, I'm trying to get him to follow me.
uh, how did you get kicked out of the group chat though? Come on, man. That's like sacred ground, dog.
Honestly, I don't even remember.
Oh my god.
I wasn't very active in it.
Y'all are reckless, man. So was KD in the group chat or was it a KD group chat?
It was a KD group chat.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. 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 Okay.
It was the KD group chat, and KD was in the group chat.
Not KD. Yeah, KD wasn't in the group chat.
Oh, okay.
See?
But it ended up just being like Jason Tatum hate.
Disappointment.
Yep.
I feel you, man.
Oh my days.
Who do you think the Suns are going to trade for? Or can they make any trades? Or are they just out of bullets at this point?
I wanted to get rid of Beal.
Get rid of Beal. You ain't getting
Yeah,
rid of Beal, bro.
we need to get rid of Beal.
I think that's a no
Like,
go. Who's going to trade for Beal's contract?
I don't even know.
You're like KD fanatic Urkel. Now that you just mentioned Bill, yeah, like the the Bradley Beal like trade to the Suns, it kind of gives me like, or reminds me of like when Hornets, trade Kemba Walker to the
Mm-hmm.
Celtics, and it was like all this like high expectations, and Kemba Walker was already very injury prone, and then he ended up continuing to be injury prone, and nowadays he's in Taiwan.
Yeah.
I feel like, bro, I'm glad that Bradley Beal secured the bag because I feel like he's one bad injury away from being out of the NBA. I think.
Um, he's owed a lot of money,
He's,
bro.
he's
He's
I
still young
know.
though. He's
Do you
like
see his contract,
31.
dog?
The thing is just like he's not stable. Bro, like Kemba Walker was as young as well when
Yeah,
he
yeah,
got
yeah.
traded to the Celtics,
But do you see Brad
and he
Beal's
had a
money?
great reputation.
Brad
Yeah,
Beal's money is crazy, bro. Like,
I
go look at
know.
his number. His number is wild, man.
Bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you reckon like the Suns should do because they don't have draft compensation anymore? I think
Nah, bro. They're in a rock and a hard place, dog. That
they are worse
contract
than us, like financially or
from a
contract wise.
contract from that contract, bro. Like nobody ain't trading for that, bro. That's an albatross of a contract.
Release him.
Release, yeah, and
Yeah,
have
man.
like
And I thought
$70
that
million
Westbrook
a year in dead money.
Yup.
and I thought that Westbrook was the worst contract, bro,
Yeah,
in the NBA history for a long time. And now you're telling me this is even worse.
yeah. Lim, what's
Damn.
going on, Lim?
I'm alright, bro. How are you?
How you doing, brother?
I'm great. Just got back from the
Cooked
gym.
by Steph.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What was it? Leg day or what?
Just did cardio mostly and played some basketball.
Cardio.
Yeah.
Bro, you trying to lose weight?
Trying to get my conditioning up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. You gotta mix some
No,
weights in there
yeah,
as
bro.
well, you
Yeah.
know?
Nah, bro, like cardio is important too sometimes, Oracle.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to do like weights, yeah, but like, bro, like there's some
You
people
can
who
keep your
just
heart rate up by
just do.
lifting weights.
Yeah, that's true, but like you want to as well like maintain like your flexibility. And
Yeah.
sometimes when you do like too much weight, like you kind of like become a bit stiff. You get what I'm saying? Just so like you're not
Pause.
as
Big
flexible as
pause.
you.
Yeah.
Pause. No, no, no. Ah. You, oh my days. It's just because I'm not American, so I always forgot to like say the pause. But yeah, bro, like. I feel like you have to do like five lifting days and then
Yeah.
like one day of cardio. And when I
You
say
gotta mix
cardio,
it up,
just
man.
just
Everything
like
is balanced.
yeah, yeah,
So Lim, are you a
yeah.
Warrior fan, bro?
Yeah.
Who you trying to trade?
I mean, I would try to trade Clay, but I mean, I don't know what you could get back for him.
Facts,
Yeah.
'Cause he's an expiring.
We'll
I
see
mean, he
how
is an
that goes, man.
expiring, so maybe it's not like that big of a risk to trade for him.
bro. Urkel, I really hope Mike don't leave a surprise us, bro. I really hope. I'm praying, bro. I'm praying
Hmm.
he's coming with a bomb.
We'll see.
Honestly,
I mean,
We'll
what you
see.
really
honestly.
got to
But
get,
bro, like everything hey, all I'm hearing is that like there's different GMs like in the building on a night to night basis. You know what I'm saying?
Coming to
So
chase.
so
Yeah.
you know the table is about to get shit. I'm shaking, bro. But by the way, like between spaces and playback, we got you covered,
bro?
bro.
Have you guys seen what's been going
Between
on
spaces and playback, we got you
with the
covered.
Cavs
Lim, are
recently?
you going on playback?
24/7
Yeah, I'm on
coverage,
playback.
bro. 24/7
Okay.
coverage.
You guys see what's been going on with the Cavs recently? The
With who?
Cavs.
What's been going on with the Cav? What are you referring to
So like
specifically?
they're kind of stuck in like a weird position where they're kind of just like mid, not too bad
Hmm.
though. They don't really have many draft picks. I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe the Warriors could try to trade for Jared Allen. I'm not sure if the Cavs would do that, but you
Hmm.
know, if that's a direction they want to go down and like build around
Well,
Mobley.
they have two bigs in their dynamic. Two bigs in a NBA in a modern NBA confines is not really the greatest thing for NBA offense. Um, you know, Uh, Minnesota's pulling it off beautifully, but one of those bigs is damn near 40% from three. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Evan
So
Mobley
at
doesn't
least he can
really
space the
he
court.
hasn't really developed an offensive game.
Yeah, bro. I would love to have Mobley though. Man, if we would have just landed in that draft, I mean, Mobley would have been the ideal pick. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a very versatile defender. Um, which probably would have worked here. So
Well, they're not going to trade him, obviously, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're trying to build around, if they're just trying to like keep one of the bigs, right, and like
yeah.
get some like younger guys, maybe like Kaminga and like Moody, right? Those would be good additions for them.
So you would send Moody and Kaminga to Cleveland for Jared Allen?
Yeah,
Okay. Um, that'd be an interesting move.
That's bad management asset.
You think so?
That's bad asset management. Yeah, bro.
But we get a
It
big
has to
though.
be. It has to
you
be
get a
either
real
it
big who would
like.
fit great with Steph Curry, bro,
Yes, I agree.
and Chris
I
Paul.
just say like those are the wrong. That's it has to be either one of the other, and like somebody like Weeks or Clay
Oh yeah, yeah,
or
that's true.
Dre has to be
Yeah,
there. You
do
get what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Wiggins
That's
and
what I mean.
do Wiggins and Moody maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be a good
Yeah.
trade.
Wiggins and Moody. No, the Cavs don't want that. Cavs want the upside if they're going to trade for a guy, but that's just me.
Everyone's talking
Yeah.
about we need another star, but I think we really need a center, like a real center first.
What type of center though?
Someone who can be used as like a lob threat, someone who could protect the rim. Like
But who?
that's what I'm.
No, but like here's what I'm going to ask about a center, right? What type of resources are you spending on that center?
That's a tricky question, right? I would say
So
Wiggins for
when I
Give,
say
sure.
give me a name.
resources,
Wiggins
Give
or
right?
me a
Clay
name.
for
Who you
Like
sure.
want?
when I say resources, what salary range is that center in?
15 mil.
15 mil? Okay, so a guy that's 15 mil, you're not exactly expecting him to close games, correct? Because let me tell you something. If you have a center and you put him in this dynamic, he better be able to close games. And there's a interesting dilemma and dynamic with centers right now. So ideally, we would love for him to close games. Dre, what's going on? By the way, playback.tv/chasing wins is the home of the Space Gang live watches. So
Yes, sir.
Dre's we're gonna probably move over in around 10 minutes and we're gonna watch the game with Dre and crew. And then we're gonna come back to spaces after the game. So Dre, what you got for us?
Yeah, I mean, there's been some noise about Siakam. Um, there's been some rumblings, and um, I think a move is gonna happen sooner than later. So turn those notifications on, not just for Shams and fucking Woj, but for playback too, because when that shit drops, we'll do a spaces for like maybe 30 minutes, and then we're going straight to playback, bro, to break the shit down. So. Urkel and I have already mapped out how we're gonna attack this trade deadline because this is gonna be a very busy, eventful, and consequential trade deadline. You know, some hearts
You
might be
see the
broken.
starting lineup, Dre?
What's up?
You see the starting lineup tonight?
Oh yeah. No, I see it.
Yeah,
So
the pause is back in.
Steph Pods, Clay, JK, and then Looney.
Oracle, as if Steph needed another reason to run from the ball.
They tried
Yep, they're
they
trying
tried
to
the
feature.
JK Wiggins lineup and it and and Steph ran from the ball, bro. Didn't
Yeah.
even give it a fucking chance.
So this means the first PG to come from the bench is Kojo.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't understand why they don't try Moody at the three. I just don't get it.
Moody at the 3? So you
Yeah.
want
Or
Clay at the
Clay at
2
the
again?
three or Clay at the three and Moody at the two.
Um,
I, I just
well,
don't. I just feel like he needs an opportunity to start.
so if you have Steph, you have Clay, sorry, Steph, Moody, Clay, JK, and Looney.
Looney.
Let me tell you something. That right there lies the problem. So Steph, playmaker, right? Moody, not really a playmaker. Clay, definitely not a playmaker. JK, not a playmaker. Looney, not really a playmaker. The reason I have Pods in there is because Pods is a playmaker. The reason why I had Chris Paul in there is because Chris Paul is a playmaker. The reason why Kojo gets minutes is because Kojo is a point guard. He's a playmaker, right? So before in the past, they
That's
had
fair.
those
That's
guys
fair
out
enough.
there,
That's fair enough.
right? So,
Urkel, Urkel,
yeah,
if you only can play make because Steph is getting doubled, then you're not a playmaker.
say that again.
If you only play make because Steph is getting doubled, then you're not really a
I
playmaker.
agree. I agree.
Yeah, no,
You're
I
not
agree
Yeah,
that.
to make a
that's
play.
fair.
In order to make a play, you have to be a threat, right? Or
Yeah.
you have to find a way to break down
You
the
don't have to be
defense.
a Steph gravity merchant to only make
Right.
those plays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
Because
you have
right
to
now
you have
Steph
to
took two players with him, and you have all this space. You
Yep.
can sit there and think. That's not playmaking, bro.
Mhm.
you have
I
to
was
able to
watching a
move the
game,
you
right?
have to able to move the defense.
So I was watching this morning. I was on playback and I was looking at when we played the Pelicans for the first time early in the season. It was like October something.
Yeah, it was
Uh,
without play.
Steph made a pass to the corner to CP, right? So Steph throws to CP in the corner, CP throws to Draymond, and then instantaneously Draymond makes a pass to the corner, and GP2 had like damn near 5 seconds to shoot the ball. You know what I'm saying? And and Draymond kind of just passed them open. Like when you say playmaker, you're passing guys open, you're passing in the numbers, like that's what playmaker types do. You have guys that
Yeah.
just pass the
Bro,
ball, and you have guys like
Urkel,
they
Urkel, these dudes are connectors. They're not really playmakers.
exactly right. So, do you think Draymond is a playmaker or he's a connector?
He's a connector for sure, bro. Every time he makes a great pass, which is amazing, it's when Steph, the gravity of Steph. I
Yeah,
never seen it. We saw what he did without Steph. We
This
have
is
the
why
sample
when people
size.
call Draymond the point guard of the team or whatever, it's so stupid.
Casuals, bro.
Like,
They don't know ball.
do you understand that LeBron is a point guard because he has the threat to drive the basketball better than anyone? That's why LeBron can be a fucking point guard because he can literally threaten any defense with his scoring. How the fuck is
Facts.
Draymond the point guard if he's
If you
just a
cannot
Steph
be, if
gravity
yes,
merchant? He's feeding
yes,
off
if
of
you're
Steph
not
and
an
moving.
offensive threat at all, if you're not an
yeah,
offensive threat at
And
all,
you could put
you cannot
anyone
be
in
a
Draymond's
playmaker.
spot, bro. You could put anyone in Draymond's spot and they can make those same reads, bro. I don't give a
yeah.
shit. Not disrespectful to say that too.
Kaminga is starting to do that.
And he's 21, and he's 20 fucking one.
Yep,
He's not some
yep.
vet,
Yes,
you know?
yes.
He just needed playtime.
Yep. Exactly, bro. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to disrespect Dre, but I'm just saying, bro, like,
It's the truth, bro. It's
yeah.
you're not. It's not disrespectful. It's
I
the
don't know,
truth.
man. I am kind of on the fence with that, and here's why. Because
Do you think he's a playmaker, Oku?
There's only no. I'll say this one thing though. There is a special connection him and Steph have, and on certain like two man game stuff, they do have a
Yes,
good 2 man game. But outside of that, which is very niche, very
and he can
niche.
take advantage of Steph gravity.
Yeah, like I would say that's like 20% of the equation. 70 to 80% of it is just him feeding off of Steph coming off a curl and or
yeah,
a
Yeah,
pin down or like
yeah,
or a
yeah.
split action. It's like it's
What's
not hard
going
to
on,
be a
y'all?
point guard.
But
what
Draymond
up?
gets the assist, so that means he play makes.
Would you
What's up, Color
would you
Cam?
say that Dre playmaking is more of a benefit or attributed to continuity or talent?
Continuity. I mean, the talent of Steph Curry, I guess you could say, but it's continuity.
The reason why I hesitate is because let me give you an example, and maybe this can resonate with some people, maybe it won't. But remember in 20 what year was this? This was 2019 in the West Finals. 2019 in the West Finals, Draymond was absolutely dicing the Portland Trailblazers. Okay. Um, the Warriors, Dame, if you remember, Dame was on fire during this playoffs until he ran into the Dubs. The
Yeah, he
Dubs
got sent down.
just the Dubs just trapped him left and right. And when they trapped him, there was a playmaking gap. There was a connector gap. And some of these passes that I was watching Evan Turner make, there was a difference between when Evan Turner was making those passes, when he was put in that advantage type of situation, and when Draymond was making those
Yeah,
passes.
but Dame. See, we can't. But see, by I understand what you're saying, and you're right to make that distinction. But I'll also make the distinction that the space that Dame creates, is nowhere near the space Steph creates.
No, I agree with
Um,
that, but
and
I
and you know
mean,
why? You know how I can prove
he,
that? Because
yeah,
look at the Bucks right now.
yeah. So
Look
Dame
look
was
at Dame. He's been ridiculously inconsistent this season, and he's playing next to arguably the greatest rim pressure player we've seen in 2 decades.
that's
It's
true.
Shaq.
He's the best player in the
What was
world, according
happening
to
to
ESPN.
Dame, right? What was happening to Dame, and I'm talking about that series specifically, like our strategy against him,
Right.
is that we were trapping him up top, and then
Well, Urkel, let me ask you this: who had more spacing in that series?
Dame probably had more spacing.
So I mean, I know Steph had Clay, but fucking Alfonso McKinney, Jordan
Yeah.
Bell, Kevon Looney, Draymond Green versus
Queen Cook.
C.J.
What I'm
McCollum
saying is this.
and
What I'm
Myers
saying is
Leonard.
this, and
Yeah.
y'all know me, man. I'm not necessarily a fan. I'm not necessarily a fan of Draymond, right? Like I think he's done a lot of stupid shit, but what I will give him is this: is that he always, more times than not, makes the right play, right? And there's reads that you make on the court instantaneously, right? Like that are
You
just
know also how
automated
you
for
can
him.
stay on
But
the
I
floor?
think his value was always on defense, Arco.
Hey, Irk,
It was always on
did
Yeah,
defense.
Mary text you?
bro, relax. Relax, dog. 20 seconds of bravery. Oh shit. Relax, Lee. Relax. What's going on, Lee?
Chilling, man. Just over,
How you feel about tonight's game?
going into it, I'm always positive, but
Yeah,
we'll know what they'll do tonight based upon Steph's aggressiveness. He come out passing like the first 5 possessions. I'm like, gonna be screaming at the TV like all you guys. So that's what I'm looking at within the first few
okay.
minutes of the game. Whether
Yeah.
Steph's gonna be passive or he's gonna be, even if he's off ball, is he like using his gravity to be involved in the play or stand in the corner? That's what I'm wanting to see.
Okay. Um
You want to move over and we can
yeah, Dre, that's what I was about to say. So do us a favor, give the host account a follow. We'll be right back here after the game. But Dre's gonna go to playback.tv/ chasing wins. And
I got a league pass code to give away as well.
oh yeah,
Um,
by the way, we give away league pass codes over at playback. So we do a bunch of giveaways over there. Dre's gonna break down the keys to the game and do some other fun stuff over there as well. So join us at playback.tv/ chasing wins, and we'll be right back here after the game. See y'all then.